Strategy, another great model called a TOWS, which I'll go through the students, but basically strategy is about linking opportunities to strengths, because a good strategy is when you identify what you're good at and you find an opportunity, and then that's one of the tools that you can use to justify, because you've identified and quantified an opportunity and you've identified what your organisation is good at, and so there's a what's the simpatico between the two. The only example that can spring to mind is when BMW took over. They obviously recognised there was an opportunity for a small quality vehicle, and they decided to buy Mini. I think it was, I forget who owned Mini at the time. I think it could have been Ford, I don't know, but there's strategically that's quite a robust decision, isn't it? Because they've quantified the demand in the marketplace. They've recognised what the needs and wants are of their customer, of the potential target audience. So they knew who the target audience was, they knew what their needs and wants were. They'd quantified the size of the marketplace, and then they'd also recognised that there was a strong brand was what was going to give any organisation a competitive advantage, and they had the resources to be able to make the purchase, and so you can see how strategically that decision was quite robust. We also spend quite a bit of time really talking about, as our friend MacDonald again, he talks a lot about the barriers to effective marketing planning. I'm sure that some of you may be familiar with it, with those barriers. Sometimes, we do confuse tactics and strategy, and we don't spend enough time thinking about strategy. I think one of the challenges is that most marketeers are so. I've never met a marketeer that's not trying to pack a, quart into a pint jug of time, and so therefore it doesn't really have the time to be able to work on the strategy. And no disrespect to senior management, but often one of the privileges of senior management is that you tend to have a little bit more time. You've got people working for you, so therefore you can spend more time into the boardroom. I think hopefully they'll have more support and infrastructure around them to be able to step back. But I have to say, one of the most challenging things I've ever come across is actually trying to do both. I don't know about you, but trying to think tactically, but also think strategically, I think is really difficult, because it's a different skill and a different mindset. But anyway, so we explore those and see what we can do.